name's Kevin Cloud. I'm co-owner at id Software and executive producer on Enemy Territory.
So hi, my name's Paul Wedgwood. I'm the owner of Splash Damage and lead game designer on Enemy Territory Quake Wars. I first started working with Kevin Cloud around 5 years ago on the game's spiritual predecessor, Wolfenstein Enemy Territory.
The Strogg are an interesting race. The history of them I wrote as part of a backstory for Quake 2, but really never actually was presented in the game. The story is that they are a race that's developed over years of sort of warfare on their own planet. After they sort of settled their own battles on their own planet, they went out and started taking over other planets. This is really the beginning of where we start with Enemy Territory, where the Strogg are first invading Earth, and Earth is finding ways to retaliate. When you look at Enemy Territory, it's really a prequel to what happens in Quake 2.
Strogg target destroyed.
The invasion of Earth by the Strogg is retold as a story through a series of missions that chart the critical turning points of this campaign, eventually leading to the retaliation against Stroggos in Quake 2.
Bumblebee down. We need medics on site.
Generally in multiplayer games, you have two teams that are sort of reskin versions of the same team. But in Enemy Territory Quake Wars, you have two very, very different teams. You have the Earth Defense Forces with basically modernized conventional weapons, tanks and machine guns and things like this, facing off against the Strogg with their alien technology with like gravitonic repulsors and walkers. And so really for the first time in a multiplayer game, you have these two very, very different forces facing off against each other.
And this is not just a case of picking a character class that has a different weapon loadout, right down to every one of their actions and their abilities. You can pursue tactics which are specialized for the two different races.
Depending upon what team you're on, you're facing a very, very different type of strategy than the one that you're using to approach the combat.
Tunnel gates destroyed!
The hardest thing about making Enemy Territory Quake Wars is making sure that we deliver on our promise to evolve the team play that existed in Enemy Territory. Probably the most rewarding thing is to see this universe, the Strogg universe, really start to flourish, to feel real, to feel like it's something that truly inspires the creation of the game. And ultimately your choice as a player to play the combat role that you like most for a team that you enjoy the most.